The City of Destiny Awards is sponsored by Click Cable TV, Keltec Plastics, Picasso Catering, Maddie Photo and Motion, and Host Party and Event Planning. Welcome to the 32nd Annual City of Destiny Awards. Tonight, this special celebration pays tribute to those community volunteers and organizations whose outstanding contributions help make Tacoma a better place. Hosting our program tonight is Rod Kuhn.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 32nd Annual City of Destiny Awards. Thank you all for taking the time to join us here this evening. Tonight, we are here to shine a light on a tremendous group of individuals and teams of all ages and honor them for the work they are doing on amazing projects that are helping make our City of Destiny a better place to live, work, and raise a family. While the projects and issues that are being honored here tonight are all different, each of the honorees brings similar skills to their tasks and to their missions. They bring their vision, their passion, and their commitment. It is my honor to MC this event tonight, and I promise you tonight will be a night of celebration and inspiration. I'm confident that tonight's program will give you a little more pride and hope in the City of Tacoma and faith in our future. And believe me, you will leave here tonight inspired and uplifted. At this time, I'd like to take a minute to thank the sponsors of tonight's event: Click Cable TV, Keltec Plastics, Picasso Catering, Maddie Photo and Motion, and Host Party and Event Planning. So let's give them all a round of applause, please. Now, during tonight's ceremony, our City of Destiny Award recipients will receive beautiful awards that feature hand-blown glass created by the students at the Hilltop Artist in Residence program at Jason Lee Middle School. So let's give them a round of applause because they have a lot of talent. So now please welcome Daffodil Princess Hannah to the stage. Hannah goes to Bethel High School. Go Braves. Hannah will be helping present the awards to our winners tonight. At this time, it's my honor to introduce to you the Mayor of the City of Tacoma, Victoria Woodards.
Thank you, Rod. Good evening, everyone. It's wonderful to have all of you here this evening to help us pay tribute to the outstanding contributions of the volunteers in our community. Can we give them a round of applause tonight? Since 1987, the City of Tacoma has honored more than 200 outstanding volunteer groups and individuals with the City of Destiny Awards. Tonight, we will have the opportunity to learn about and hear from 14 awardees who will no doubt inspire each of us. Thank you all for being here this evening, and thank you for helping us recognize these outstanding volunteers for their service to our community.
Thank you, Mayor. Now, before we start the presentations, we would like to give you a brief introduction and overview of tonight's award recipients. So I'd ask that you direct your attention to the big screen over here to watch a short video. Thanks.
Tonight, the City of Destiny Awards is proud to recognize Tacoma's outstanding volunteers. Denavian Holmes, winner for Youth Service. Nicholas Lay, winner for Youth Leadership. Linda Troe, winner for Adult Leadership. The Tacoma Christian Church, winner of the Group Award. Carol Muncie, winner for Environmental Sustainability. Sheely Mock, winner for Disability Advocate Professional. Dawn Erickson, winner for Economic Development Individual. The 6th Avenue Business Association, winner for Economic Development Group. Jesse Pasquan, winner for Equity and Empowerment Individual. Immigrant and Refugee Task Force, winner for Equity and Empowerment Group. Bonnie Bedoin, winner Education and Youth Development category. the Forgotten Youth Foundation Team Backpack, winners for the Homeless Advocacy Award. Norm Bellamy, winner for Lifetime Service. And this year we have a very special award. The Mayor's Special Recognition Award goes to Linda Burgess Duncan. Congratulations to all our City of Destiny Award winners for 2018.
So it's perfectly allowed to applaud and yell in here during this ceremony. So don't be shy. So let's get it started. It's time for our first award. This year's award recipient for youth service is Denavian Holmes. Presenting the 2018 City of Destiny Award is Tacoma Fire Chief James Duggan.
Thank you. Denavian is a true success story. A humble and committed young man who could have chosen the path of gangs and drugs, but instead has chosen the high road, community service and caring for the less fortunate. As a Marine ROTC cadet, Denavian has participated in many community service projects and always brings smiles to those he interacts with, including a memorable Halloween event at the AMVETS Hall for the spouses and children of those who have served, including many who are no longer with us. He and his family serve meals regularly at the hospitality kitchen at Catholic Community Services, where he has gained a strong appreciation of how many in our own community experience hunger and are cold every day. He is also a police explorer and served as traffic controller and security at the funeral of fallen Tacoma police officer Jake Gutierrez in 2016, an experience that affected him deeply. As a police cadet, he has also encountered many homeless and downtrodden. He feels that these people deserve to be heard and often engages them in conversation, and has even shared his lunch with a complete stranger on more than one occasion. His very presence brightens each day for many. He is a student and accomplished athlete at Tacoma's Wilson High School. Go Rams. We should all be not only proud, but grateful to have him as part of our community. Denavian, it is my pleasure to present you with the 2018 Youth Service Award. Congratulations.
Well, hello everybody. That was a great video, by the way, whoever made that. I'd like to start off with saying thank you to my mother, because without her, I wouldn't be here. That's just that. And I would also like to thank two people that helped me get to where I am right now, two of my ROTC instructors. Freshman year, I didn't know really what I was going to do, but they helped me push, and I learned a lot of stuff from them. I would also like to thank the City of Tacoma for granting me this great thing right here, and also Tacoma Public Schools for nominating me myself. So, thank you, everybody.
See, I told you you'd be inspired. The next award, this year's award recipient in youth leadership is Nicholas Lay. Presenting his 2018 City of Destiny Award is Mayor Victoria Woodards. Welcome back.
Nick is a remarkable young man whose character and attitude is beyond reproach. As an Eagle Scout, he is dedicated to promoting honor, integrity, putting others first, love of country, and of course, belief in his God. Nick has been a fixture at the Point Defiance Elementary School, spending countless hours reading to kindergarten and first grade students, being a real-life hero to many. He has also spearheaded playground projects at the school, including the creation of a giant chessboard that help improve the math skills of students, repainting a giant map of the United States, cleaning brush, constructing a wall, a walking path, and vegetable gardens, and much, much more. Leading by example, Nick volunteers of his time and talents regularly at the Morgan Family YMCA through the Kids Night Out program, where he has the opportunity to not only play with children, but to also be an ear for many living in uncomfortable situations and advocating on their behalf when necessary. He also regularly volunteers at the food banks of Nourish Pierce County and the Proctor Methodist Church. Nick is a compassionate young man whose leadership and dedication are a blessing to many. I am honored to present you with the 2018 Youth Leadership Award presented to Nick.
I would like to start off by thanking my mom because, as the name even said, I wouldn't be here without her. And then with two people, Dan Mistett and Joe Ranero, they helped me get here today. And thank you to the wonderful City of Tacoma and to Miss Woodard for giving me my award today. Thank you.
And now it's time for our next award. This year's award recipient for adult leadership is Linda Troe. Presenting her 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Ryan Mello.
Thank you, Rod. So, energy and dedication are two words many use to describe Linda, who's passionate about serving organizations in our community that are close to her heart. One organization Linda has been very committed to is Rebuilding Together South Sound, where she has served in many roles, including one of the most important volunteer roles for the organization, that of volunteer coordinator for the National Rebuilding Day, which happens each April. Her role entails many hours of pre-planning everything from the volunteers themselves to setup, coordination with the construction project managers, and even returning materials and gear to the organization at the end of that long day. On top of that, she also manages to rally a team of her own co-workers and works on a home that day as well, building bonds with clients that in some cases have lasted for years. Linda also has a love for the water and our Puget Sound, lending her time and passion to the Sea Scouts and the Propeller Club as both a board member and a volunteer. Every organization Linda works with is so fortunate to have her strong dedication and leadership in support of causes that she cares about. So with that, I'm pleased to present you, Linda, with the 2008 Adult Leadership Award. Congratulations.
So I'm feeling very old following up with after the two youngsters here. That's why I had to write down my notes and get my glasses. Gosh, this is such a huge honor. I am just completely humbled by this award. My family's history goes back to the 1800s in Tacoma. I was born in Tacoma, went to school in Tacoma, raised my family in Tacoma. Have always worked in Tacoma, so this is just really means the world to me. I would like to thank a couple people, Amy Hoyt with Rebuilding Together South Sound for nominating me. Thank you, Amy. To the committee, whoever you are, for picking me. Appreciate that. Also, members of the City Council, thank you for attending, and all the other volunteers that are receiving awards here. It's amazing what you all do. And thank you to all of you that are here tonight for volunteering your Friday night to come and celebrate with us. I'd also like to take a quick minute to thank all the volunteers that I've had the pleasure working side by side over the many, many years. Also to my family who never knows where I am or what time I'm coming home. I'm always volunteering somewhere. Excuse me. Also, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my employer of 33 years, Targa Sound Terminal, for supporting me. They never know well, I usually make it to work every day, but sometimes late, sometimes leave early, have long lunches. They've also actually sponsored a golf tournament for the last 10 years that's raised over $1 million for nonprofits in Tacoma, like Rebuilding Together and many others. So thank you so much. This just means the world to me. Thank you.
And a word of advice, as you get older, just make sure your type is bigger on your notes. I don't know, it works for me. This year's recipient in the group category is the Tacoma Christian Center Church, represented by Pastor Harris. Okay. We do have a lively audience tonight. This is good. Presenting this 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Catherine Ushka.
Thank you. Bringing a sense of neighborhood to the east side, Tacoma Christian Center Church, also known as TCC, truly gives back to the community and brings people together. Welcoming to everyone, regardless of cultural background, the church provides vital services such as year-round clothing bank and community events throughout the year. Each summer, TCC holds a health fair and school giveaway event that draws 1,500 students entering grades pre-K through 12th grade. At this event, backpacks filled with basic school supplies are provided to each child after they have visited at least 3 of the healthcare providers' booths. These booths provide services such as dental and vision screenings, sports physicals, blood pressure checks, immunizations, and more. All free for the entire family. The kids can also play carnival games, complete with prizes, and visit with Disney princesses and superheroes. The center also provides family fun for the holidays with both a trunk or treat event for Halloween and a large North Pole event for Christmas, which takes over 225 volunteers to manage. At this event, all children get a chance to wander through the gym, which has been transformed into the North Pole, to visit Santa and receive a photo and a gift. As the families leave, the parents receive a gift too. No less than 40 volunteers wrap over 1,500 generously donated gifts. The City of Tacoma is grateful to have the Tacoma Christian Center Church as a true neighbor in the community. It is my pleasure to present you with the 2018 City of Destiny Group Award.
Let the church say amen. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. I want to thank the City of Destiny for this award, and our wonderful mayor. Also, 2 very special people, Lynette and Tara Scheitz, the Dome Top Neighborhood Group. They are simply outstanding. Amen. Let's give them a big hand. The people standing with me are simply representatives of all the volunteers that it takes to do such event, and all of the organizations that come in to help us. Multicare, there's lists that goes on and on of people that partner with us. And one of the things that we've come to know is the extension of Christ needs to be demonstrated to the people outside the church as well as inside the church. Amen. And so this is why we do this. We're asked this question a lot. Why do we do it? How much does it cost? The back to school is about $15,000. The North Pole is $18,000. Tacoma Christian Center, we pay for that. And we might get a donation of $500 here and there, but we pay it out of the general budget because we show the love of Christ to people that we don't even know. And most of the folks that come in, the only times we see them is at the back to school and the North Pole and that's absolutely fine because they have a wonderful day, a great time, and we are honored to be in service to our Lord and to our city and to our community. The final thing I want to say is August 18th is the McKinley Hill Street Fair, east side of Tacoma, and backpacks, sports physicals, dental screenings, multi-care, everyone will be there. Spread the word. Everything is free, and your kids, the families will have a wonderful time. Check out McKinley Hill Street Fair, spend the day, make sure you walk up to me and shake my hand and say something to me. Just don't look at me and wave. And we'll be walking around our wonderful campus that the Lord provided for us. Thank you.
Another inspiring story. Now it's time for the Environmental Sustainability Award. This year's individual recipient of the Environmental Sustainability Award is Carol Muncy. Presenting her 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Ryan Mello.
So habitat restoration at Wapato Hills Park here in South Tacoma is the passion of our next award recipient, Carol. She's been volunteering at the park since 2011 and has served as the habitat steward since 2012. Carol has co-authored both a Neighborhood Innovative Grant and a 5-year habitat plan for the park. Through Carol's diligent work, the park has clear signage and fencing along the trailheads, clear paths to walk on, and the active presence at the park has surely reduced crime in that area. Nearly every month of the year, Carol gives of her time to lead groups of volunteers, removing invasive species and planting native plants. She provides tours to city staff and nonprofit organizations to teach about and discuss needs for the parks. And she teaches volunteers how to be better environmental stewards by showing them how to properly use the tools, identify and remove invasive plants, and what to plant instead to help maintain biodiversity. All of this making the park more beautiful and safer for everyone. Carol's active interest in volunteers builds a strong sense of community. She has engaged over 50 volunteers this year alone, including junior ROTC students from Tacoma Community College, and community members who learn about opportunities through Volunteer Match, social media, Earth Corps, and other sites. Her personal passion has made a tremendous impact on this park, which is a true gem in our community. So we're proud to present the Environmental Stewardship Award to Carol Muncy. Carol, congratulations.
I'd like to thank R.S. Efting and Luis Yanez for nominating me for this award. It means a lot to get a thank you for all the hard work. I'd like to thank people like Albert Stiles and Lauren Korf and Andy Mordhorst, or maybe that's blame them for getting me into doing habitat stewarding to start with. It's very addictive to sit there and pull Scotch broom and ivy and talk to young people and old people and people from the neighborhood and people from actually the other side of the state. We've had people come over from Eastern Washington to help with our work parties. And it's a great way to just get to know people and have a good time. So, pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much for giving me the award.
Thank you, Councilmember Mello and Carol Muncy. Now, before we continue, we'd like to recognize all of the nominees for awards this year and thank all of them for their exceptional work that they are doing to make our city a better place to live, work, and raise a family. So now it's with great pleasure that we present on the screen the names of all of the nominees for the 2018 City of Destiny Awards. That makes me feel like we're at the Academy Awards. That was well done. That was good footage. So, nominees, please accept the gratitude of all of the citizens of the entire city of Tacoma for all that you do. So let's give everyone a round of applause on that. This year's professional award recipient for the Disability Advocate is Sheely Mock. Presenting her with her 2018 City of Destiny Award is the chair of the City Events and Recognition Committee, Erin Lee. Please welcome her.
Service to young people in our city and state has been the passion of Sheely. Born in Bangalore, India, and stricken with polio, she lived in foster care prior to being adopted by a family here in the Pacific Northwest. She's a strong advocate for all youth and has authored a book called Grabbing a Spoon, which recounts her personal journey adapting to life in the U.S. and mustering the courage to embrace her identity as a person with a disability determined to change the world for young people across our region. Sheely began her work with youth at the Boys and Girls Club and eventually became the out-of-school time quality manager for the state of Washington, with her work impacting scores of Tacoma and Pierce County organizations and thousands of youth in our area, helping ensure the highest level of after-school, summer, and before-school programming. Sheely has led an effort to build a base of support for youth programming throughout our city by bringing multiple community organizations together. She is currently working with the Tacoma Area Commission on Disabilities and the Human Rights Commission to develop a working plan for progress that is both detailed and measurable. Sheely is gifted at bringing people together to impact the youth of our area, and we are fortunate she calls the Pacific Northwest home. I am honored to present Sheely with the 2018 Award for Disability Advocate Professional.
Thank you so much. First, want to thank colleague and good friend Lucas Smeraldo, who works with the Office of Equity and Human Rights, for nominating me. He couldn't be here tonight, but I know he'll watch the show later. So thank you to Lucas and the City of Tacoma, to friends and family that were able to join me tonight, and to all those that have supported me along the way, particularly friends from Boys and Girls Clubs and the YMCA. Really honored to receive the hand-blown glass from Hilltop Artists, which is one of the programs I've had the pleasure to observe and support through my work with Schools Out Washington, so it's just wonderful, full circle. So thank you so much.
So I want to take a brief break from the awards to do a quick audience survey here. So get ready to raise a hand or two here. Question number one, by a show of hands, how many of you are attending this event this evening for the very first time? Okay, wow, a lot of rookies out there in the crowd. Okay, how many have been to 2, 3, or 4 award ceremonies, if you can remember roughly? Okay, so a couple veterans. How many have been to 5 or more? Congratulations, you win. So let me share just a little bit of history of these awards. The first year, way back in the 80s, the City of Destiny Awards looked like this. They were made out of paper. They were certificates. The ceremony took place in the City Council chambers at the end of the Tacoma City Council meeting. From there, the program grew and evolved. Over the years, the venues for the City of Destiny Award ceremony have ranged from Theater on the Square and Jason Lee Middle School to the Stadium High School Auditorium. No, we've always been in Tacoma. Sorry about that. Stadium. My girls went there. How could I have missed that? And even Sheeny Stadium. And of course, tonight we are here at the Metro Parks Star Center. As the mayor, I think, mentioned, that more than 200 individuals and groups have been honored with the City of Destiny Awards over these many, many years. So now let's get back to handing out a few more awards. This year's award recipient for homeless advocacy is the Forgotten Youth Foundation Team Backpack. That team is represented by Nicole Ward. Presenting this 2018 City of Destiny Award is Tacoma Fire Chief James Duggan.
Founder and executive director of the Forgotten Youth Foundation, had an idea that has changed the lives for homeless students in Tacoma. Since 2012, this amazing 100% volunteer-based organization with a supportive community has raised over $220,000 to provide backpacks full of personal hygiene supplies, coats, blankets, hats, gloves, gift cards to food establishments, and more to Tacoma schools to give to students most in need. A Facebook post by a friend and counselor at Lincoln High School prompted Nicole to challenge her friends to support an immediate need. Within 45 minutes, she had received her first backpack full of supplies, and shortly thereafter, she organized their first fundraiser, raising $5,000 in just 18 days. Nicole believes that with the help of basic needs like hygiene supplies, clothing, and food, students can carry themselves with more confidence, helping them stay in school and remain more mentally focused on academics and less on the everyday stress of their lives, while gaining self-esteem and a sense of self-worth. The group provides the backpacks and supplies directly to the schools, cutting out the need for application process that many of these students may otherwise have to go through for assistance. They believe the school staff know best the needs of their students and can provide these supplies in a secure, comfortable environment. This program provides more than just backpacks of love. They are changing lives, one backpack at a time. Nicole, it is my pleasure to present you with the 2018 Homeless Advocacy Award.
Thank you, sir. Can I have you hold on? Thanks. Well, good evening, and thank you all for being here, and congratulations to everybody who is doing amazing work in the community. I'm really thankful to get to share the stage with you this evening. It's with great honor that I get to be before you and represent the Forgotten Youth Foundation and Team Backpack of Tacoma. And when I think about what we're doing, 3 words come to mind: we, us, and team. Of those 3 words, the most important is team, because together each achieves more. I'd like to thank Matthew Yates, our city council members, and the people who chose the Forgotten Youth Foundation for this award this year. It touches my heart that you see so much value in our mission and that you have given us this platform to share with our community tonight. To Ms. Kim Zook, if it wasn't for your one Facebook post, we would not have been able to change thousands of lives, touch lives, and we appreciate our school districts for embracing what we have to offer. There's 3 very special people in the audience tonight that I'd like to thank. Our very intimate board members, Steve, Bobby, and Jennifer. Steve, Bobby, and Jennifer are the concrete and rebar that set this foundation in motion and help me keep it together. You are my mentors, my confidants, and some of the best people I know. I'd like to thank Gwendolyn Stentz and my adopted family at Rock the Dock Pub and Grill for being a huge catalyst in keeping this vessel in motion. To the local Longshore ILW Local 23 and the Federated Auxiliary for teaching us the very valuable and important lesson and the true meaning of solidarity and unity. The most important is our sponsors, our volunteers. Y'all are leads by example in our community in demonstrating honesty, integrity, compassion, grit, and most of all, love. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I'm so thankful that you've been on this journey with me. And if I could leave everybody here with one thing tonight, it would be, when you stand before God at the end of your life, I would hope that you would not have a single bit of talent left. And when you meet him face to face, you can say, "Dear sir, I used everything you gave me." Thank you very much.
I've had the broccoli cheddar soup at Rock the Dock. It's very good too. I'm just saying. Okay, this year's individual award recipient for equity and empowerment is Jessie Pasquan. Presenting the 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Justin Camerata. Come on, Justin.
Thanks, Rod. With exceptional dedication to the quality of life of the LGBTQ community in Tacoma, Jessie is a true ambassador and community leader. Having struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts after coming out at age 16, he now works to support initiatives he's passionate about. Jessie has been the committee chair for the Out of Darkness Walk since 2015, a walk to raise awareness for the critical need to reduce the annual rate of suicide in the United States. This walk is hosted by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, where Jessie has served as a board member and social media ambassador for the Washington State chapter since 2016. The 2017 Tacoma Out of Darkness Walk that he organized raised over $37,000 for this important cause. Among other volunteer activities, Jessie's also an ambassador and a volunteer with the Rainbow Center and Oasis Youth Center, where he has been a volunteer coordinator, an LGBTQ youth peer volunteer, and is the official Tacoma Pride and Rainbow Center Gala designer and decorator, enabling him to combine his philanthropic endeavors with his artistic talent and creativity. He's currently enrolled at the University of Washington Tacoma, majoring in social welfare and minoring in nonprofit management, which will make him a further asset to any community he chooses to call home. We hope that his home is Tacoma for many years to come. Jessie, I am very happy to present with you the 2018 Individual Award for Equity and Empowerment. Congratulations.
Thank you, Council Member. Thank you for all the other council members who are here, and Mayor Woodards, and the City of Tacoma. I started volunteering 4 years ago at the Rainbow Center and Oasis Youth Center so that I could find myself and find my place within the queer community. I met wonderful people, including my nominator, Lauren. Hey, Lauren. My partner of 3 years, Dimitri. And I couldn't be happier for all the experiences that I've had with them. Volunteering in suicide prevention is challenging. It's very rewarding when I can talk to somebody who says that because of their experience at the walk, they felt like they could live for another day. But what was most challenging about my volunteer work in suicide prevention was telling my story. I think what a lot of people don't realize is that the story wasn't just mine. My story highlighted some of the most challenging experiences my family and I have ever gone through. And I just want to take this moment to say that without watching my dad and his leadership skills and time management, and my mom, who has compassion for every living thing under the sun, I wouldn't be able to be here today in front of all of you. Thank you.
This year's Group Award recipient for Equity and Empowerment is the Immigrant and Refugee Task Force, represented by Star Murray and other members of the task force here tonight. Presenting this 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Catherine Ushka.
Thank you. Established in February of 2017 by the Tacoma City Council, the Immigrant and Refugee Task Force dedicated untold hours to creating lasting change in Tacoma, resulting in resolutions addressing many of their findings and recommendations. Much hard work was done to reach out to groups of different ethnicities, cultures, religions, and nationalities to start meaningful and sometimes difficult conversations. Meeting regularly, all as volunteers, the task force conducted a survey, meeting with these groups, their neighbors, friends, and clients in order to outline the major issues, concerns, and barriers that they felt as immigrants. The result were three main actions: to create a permanent commission for immigrants and refugees, to create a legal defense fund, and to enhance language access across all city programs, and more. Throughout the year, the task force presented their information and actionable items to the council and continuing to meet with council members on issues and getting momentum behind policy change. The result is the establishment of the Legal Defense Fund, the establishment of a permanent commission on immigrant and refugee affairs, and real progress towards showing these communities that our city stands behind them. It is absolutely my honor to present you with the 2018 Group Equity and Empowerment Award.
Hi, everyone. I'm Star Murray. I feel a little awkward speaking on behalf of everybody else on the stage and with this effort, but I thank you very much for having us. I think the mayor, actually former Mayor Strickland, who really stood up and listened to community concerns around immigrant and refugee, the lack of resources and needs. I thank my daughter, Elle Marie, and my fiance, Mike, who are here and have supported me along the way to take time out of my personal life to be involved in the community. And I thank every single person here, Luis, Amanda, Tim, and everyone else who has really represented the community concerns around legal defense and continuing to put forward a good effort to keep families together. Right now, we really need to understand that family unity is the most important thing. And right now, we're seeing a lot of families being torn apart and kids being torn out of, their mother's arms. So we're really going to continue this work. I don't know if there's anything anybody else wants to say, but thank you very much. And if you don't mind, I'm going to take a photo real quick. The audience.
Remember when it used to be a Kodak moment instead of a iPhone moment? Still, technology has changed. So now it's time for the part of the program I like to call Tacoma's Got Talent. And to prove that statement, let me introduce to you Leisha McKnight, who was with the Tacoma School of the Arts. You can give it up for her.
Diverged into two. I said I'd take the path less taken, and as we both said our goodbyes, and as our hearts were slowly breaking, and it's one step, 2 steps, 3 steps down that road again, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps down that road. We build a tree that can be broken. We build our nest with mud and tears. We pave the path our hearts will follow, until the day we crush and burn. We will go on, and we will stay strong, like the roots of our tree, the roots of our tree. It's been years since the last time I have seen you. Wonder if I'll ever see your face again. Not gonna waste your time and tell you, oh, how I've missed you, my old friend. And it's 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps down that road again. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps down that road. We build a a tree that can't be broken. We build our nest with mud and tears. We pave the path our hearts will follow, until the day we crash and burn. We will go on, and we will stay strong, like the roots of our tree, the roots of our tree. Come with me on the path less taken. It's not about what anybody else is thinking. Come with me on the path less taken. It's not about what anybody else is thinking. Come with me on the path less taken. It's not about what anybody else is thinking. Come with me on the path less taken. It's not about what anybody else is thinking. And we will go on, and we will stay strong, like the roots of our tree, the roots of our tree.
Wow, that was super. Very well done. I was talking with Leisha before the program. The name of that song is Our Tree, correct? Yeah. And she's only played ukulele for 2 years, longtime piano player, recently got a guitar. I play guitar, so. And interested, you graduated from the School of the Arts, yes. And now it's on to study musical therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's give it up for her. So when I said Tacoma's Got Talent, I meant Tacoma's Got Talent. Just one of many examples. Well done. This year's recipient for Education and Youth Development is Bonnie Boudoir. Presenting this 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Justin Camerata. Welcome back. Thank you.
The exotic atmosphere of the W.W. Seymour Botanical Conservatory is the backdrop for the volunteer endeavors of Bonnie, who since 2011 has inspired many of Tacoma's youngest children to appreciate nature through a year-round series of free story hours where she shares her love of children's poetry and prose with between 10 and 35 young children and their caregivers. Bonnie opens each session with a poem, continues with the picture book, and enlivens every story hour with a hands-on activity. She also typically concludes each session by highlighting a few basic scientific facts. Bonnie, a teacher and librarian for more than 40 years, focuses her programs on the overarching theme of nature and environmental stewardship. In a gentle, charming way, she nurtures a sense of wonder and stimulates curiosity, inviting children to observe and value their natural surroundings. Bonnie's successful outreach to young children has helped the conservatory to broaden its audience, initiate the development of Tacoma's next generation of environmental stewards, foster a welcoming and safe atmosphere where even shy youngsters can find comfort and can engage with one another, stimulate the minds of Tacoma children whose connection to literature might otherwise be limited to school, and much more. Through Bonnie's volunteer work, Metro Parks can provide a no-cost experience for parents to bond with their children and help the kids develop classroom listening and interaction skills while deepening their appreciation for nature. So Bonnie, it is my pleasure to present you with the 2018 Education and Youth Development Award. Congratulations.
I am really honored and humbled to be here tonight. Thank you so much, City of Tacoma. Thank you so much. I want to especially thank Tyra and Alicia from Seymour Conservatory that got me started on the storytelling. And Tacoma has so many wonderful places and spaces, parks and libraries and museums, historical organizations, and all of these are the places where kids learn. And my passion is to help families and schools reach out and connect with the wonderful resources that we have around us and partner and help children realize that these are learning spaces, and also help children learn to serve in these places so they can be the volunteers of tomorrow. Thank you.
This year's individual award recipient for economic development is Don Erickson. In presenting the 2018 City of Destiny Award in that category is Councilmember Ryan Mello.
Thank you, Rod. Having served as a Tacoma Planning Commissioner for 6 years, Don has been uniquely able to lead the design effort of the new Amtrak station located within the historic Freight House Square Old Milwaukee Railroad Freight House. Don has spent more than 3 years developing a plan inclusive of many varied interests and stakeholders following the public opposition to the original plan unveiled in 2014, which many believed would destroy the heritage character of the building site. Don chaired a Citizens Advisory Committee, which was created by then Tacoma City Manager T.C. Broadnax. And under Don's leadership, members of a wide variety of interests convened, including Dome District representatives, historic preservationists, city, State Department of Transportation, Sound Transit and Pierce Transit staff, urban design professionals, and so many more. Chairing dozens of public meetings, resulting in a unanimous approval of the design and location of the new station. Through his dedication and leadership, what was created combines both the needs of Point Defiance Bypass Project with those of the Tacoma Landmarks Preservation Commission, and giving Tacoma a new station that melds history and the modern-day needs of passenger travel, serving our residents and preserving our city's rich heritage for many years to come. So I'm very excited to present this year's award for economic development to Don Erickson. Congratulations, Don.
Well, Councilman Mello just gave my speech. There are a couple people I want to thank in particular for this. Pat Beard for nominating me to this, to get this award, the Events and Recognition Committee for all the work they do. I'm certainly humbled by all the other awardees tonight. And there are 4 names in particular I'd like to mention. Ian Muntz, who's the assistant to the city's planning director, who followed this process through. David Smeltzer, who was the project manager for Washington State Department of Transportation, and Janice McNeil, who's president of the Dome District Business District. And in particular, also like to Mayor Strickland and Victoria Woodards for their support of this project over the last few years. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
This year's group award recipient for economic development is the 6th Avenue Business District Association, represented by Kristen Lane Spire. Now, presenting this 2018 City of Destiny Award is Councilmember Justin Camerata.
Coming together for the betterment of the business district and also for the community, the 6th Avenue Business District Association serves to support the volunteer demands of maintaining this vibrant area. By using significant portions of its membership dues and nonprofit status, they assist in the production of wildly popular community events such as Art on the Ave and the annual Santa Parade, which not only bring people together and increase traffic to the businesses, but also serve to build up Tacoma's reputation as a creative, friendly, and family-oriented place to have fun. The 6th Ave Business District Association regularly addresses social issues such as homelessness, mental illness, and civic engagement, in addition to normal business district topics like promotions and marketing, in order to stay in tune with all the issues that affect the business climate and reflect the membership's authentic desire to be part of the community. Incorporated and active since the early 1990s, everyone except the district manager serves as a volunteer, always ready to assist the district to become the best it can be for the businesses and the surrounding neighborhoods. The support of the 6th Ave Business District Association has made a significant impact on this thriving business district. I am very pleased to present you with the 2018 Group Award for Economic Development.
I don't feel like we're quite worthy being up here with everybody else, but thank you, Carol, for nominating us. We have really done a lot in the last years just to make 6th Ave a better place. Including also wrestling kind of the mental health issue, so prevalent and affects everybody in the community and our business owners that work really hard to keep their businesses. It's an honor to represent all of them, and thank you.
Congratulations. I went to that Santa parade. It was real cool because they had the real Santa there. No, they did. Okay, now we're getting down to our final 2 awards. This year's recipient in the category of Lifetime Service is Norm Bellamy. Give it up for Norm here. Presenting this prestigious 2018 City of Destiny Award, you can go, Norm, you're fine, keep it moving, is the chair of the City Events and Recognition Committee, Aaron Lee.
A native Tacoman and business owner, Norm has dedicated much of his adult life to serving the youth of our community. He has been a member of the Kiwanis Club of Tacoma since the early 1970s and has been instrumental in shaping the work of the club for all these years. Norm has planned and perpetuated countless service projects focusing on bettering the lives of children. Managing and attending many committee meetings and enlisting active club member participation, Norm has provided programs in the form of entertainment, adventure, education, citizenship, and more. Just a few examples are theater parties for homeless children, boat trips on the Puget Sound for disadvantaged kids, and backpacks for the start of the school year for many local families in need. Norm has also spearheaded many hands-on, lasting projects, such as the renovation of portions of a Boy Scout camp, repairing the fence at a children's daycare center, and more. He also started the operation of a concession stand for an elementary school chess tournament, which not only provides much-needed sustenance for those in attendance, but also raises funds for the chess club, which has served nearly 100 students in each of the past several years. Foremost among Norm's most recent projects is a special holiday party for the children and parents at the Adams Street Homeless Shelter, providing some much-needed brightness for these fragile families. With his passion and dedication to the children of our community for over 40 years, it is my pleasure to award Norm Bellamy with this year's Lifetime Service Award.
Thank you.
Thank you. This only takes 30 minutes. No. I'd like to thank Aaron Lee, Mayor Woodard, the City of Tacoma, for recognizing the good things that the citizens of Tacoma does. I also like to thank my family, my wife, Michelle, my daughter, Rachel, my sister and brother-in-law, my mother especially because she raised me right, and for my father who passed away this very day 18 years ago. In fact, it was because of my father in the U.S. Army that brought us to Tacoma. I used to complain to my mother, "Why do we live in Tacoma? It rains here all the time." And she would say to her 8-year-old son, "If you want to move, you can leave." As the years went by, I've grown to love Tacoma. Tacoma is a great place. I'd like to also thank the friends of my family, friends of myself out in the audience who struggled to get here through that Friday night traffic. took the time to come here as well. And lastly, I want to thank the Kiwanis Club of Tacoma, its members, for nominating me for this award. 2018 marks the 100 years of service for Tacoma Kiwanis. And it's Kiwanis that has allowed me the opportunity to make Tacoma a better place for its citizens through the many projects they sponsored and support, as you've seen up through here. I could do the same volunteer work alone, but that's not likely because I'm kind of lazy. But when you join a club like Kiwanis, when you have the added people power, you have the financial support behind them, it allows you to do 100 times more effort in the community than if you did it alone. Arigatou gozaimasu.
He was so excited he forgot his award. Okay, we took care of that. All right. This year we also have a very special award. It's my understanding this award has never been given out at the City of Destiny Awards ceremony until tonight. This brand new award is called the Mayor's Special Recognition Award. So not surprisingly, I'd like to welcome Mayor Victoria Woodards, who will make this very special presentation.
Linda Burgess Duncan has dedicated her life to serving the needs of the deaf and hard of hearing. Linda was motivated to learn sign language when her first child was born deaf. For the past 20 years, Linda has provided a sensitive and animated presentation of speeches, keynotes, theatrical renditions, and choral performances at many events like this one. Linda's work also calls her into faith-based venues, including a religious organization she helped found, the Righteous Harvest Christian Fellowship. 10 years ago, Linda realized one of her life's dreams was founding a deaf Bible study class there. Ms. Burgess began her religious interpreting career at Mount Zion Baptist Church, where she served the deaf ministry for 20 years and helped reinforce a practice and culture of accommodating the deaf and hard of hearing and accommodating often deprived to communities of color. Linda's passions also extend to the arts. She has been a member of the Sound of the Northwest Choir, an extension of the Seattle Symphony since its inception 30 years ago, helping preserve the deep and rich tradition of African American music. Throughout her personal battle with profound health challenges, Ms. Burgess Duncan has kept her faith and translated that faith into a kind of joyous and joy-filled communication that has inspired tens of thousands in Tacoma over 2 decades. She is, in a sense, the virtual embodiment and the voice of race equity and justice. Unfortunately, Linda could not be with us this evening because she is battling health challenges. But Linda, I know at some point you're going to have an opportunity to watch this video. And I want to tell you that it is my privilege to honor you with this award and to be the first person to receive this award. We love you. We hope you get better soon, and we can't wait to see you at the Martin Luther King program in January. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to ask Ms. Diane Powers to accept this award on behalf of Ms. Burgess Duncan.
It is my honor to accept this award for Linda. I met Linda when I used to sing in the Mount Zion Inspirational Gospel Choir, and she interpreted with such vigor and passion. And I'm so sorry she can't be here tonight, but again, I want to restate that we love you, Linda. And I would just like everyone to stand and applaud for her, because we all love her and we know she's going to get through this illness. We love you, Linda.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 14 awards, 14 amazing stories, 14 inspiring stories, making great things happen in our City of Destiny. So let's give it up for everyone who has been honored and called up on stage tonight. Now, tonight's event and the entire City of Destiny Awards program would not even be possible without the great work and dedication of the City Events and Recognition Committee. Now, I know some of the members are here tonight. I would like to ask each of them to stand proudly, and be recognized. Let's give a round of applause for all the work that they do. And let me also once again thank all the sponsors who have helped make tonight's event possible. Click Cable TV, Caltech Plastics, Picasso Catering, Maddie Photo and Motion, and Host Party and Event Planning. Let's give it up for them as well. I also want to give a shout out to the tremendous TV Tacoma crew who have done so much great work in planning this and capturing this event, doing the amazing videos you saw throughout the program, but making it so that Tacoma citizens who aren't here tonight can be inspired by these stories and these individuals and groups by watching it on TV. So give it up for them. So just so you know, tonight's event will be televised on TV Tacoma Channel 12, and you can find a list of replay times at tvtacoma.com. Now, before we wrap up the evening, I want to share some words that I think are just very inspiring by Margaret Mead. And I think these words sum up the spirit and the essence of all the individuals and all the groups that we have honored here tonight. Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a thoughtful, small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And certainly, as you saw here tonight, the honorees and all the nominees are changing our City of Destiny for the better. So let's give it up one last time for all the winners and all the nominees. So ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our 32nd Annual City of Destiny Awards ceremony. Thank you all for being here tonight to support and honor all those who are doing amazing work in our community. And I hope you walk out of here happy and inspired. Have a great evening. Thanks very much.
The City of Destiny Awards is sponsored by Click Cable TV, Caltech Plastics, Picasso Catering, Maddie Photo and Motion, and Host Party and Event Planning.